What's up, Facebook? Last night I had a really good time doing a live video in here for like 2 hours, and I figured there's a lot of people who like to talk about some of the theoretical aspects of some of the Dead songs. So I wanted to go over some of the main parts of Eyes of the World real quick and see if anyone was interested in that kind of stuff, and then I'll do more videos like that if anyone likes that. The song's in E major, starts off on an E major 7. The main riff is just kind of like, so it starts off on a E major 7, which is, and I'm going to try to stay, kind of not go too deep into it right now unless people really want to talk about a lot of the stuff. Then I would love to go deeper, but it's an E major 7 shape, which we're playing the strings all the way from the A string to the B string, these middle 4 strings, and it's the 7th, 8th, and 9th fret. So we have 7th fret on the A string, it's an E, and we have the 5th of the chord right there, which is a B, 9th fret of the D string, and then 8th fret of the G string. It's kind of hard to get an angle on this, but, and then, so it's 7th on the A, 9th on the D, 8th on the G string, and 9th on the B string, and that's an E major 7 chord. There's your root right there, E, 5th, major 7th, 3rd on top of the chord. And it's actually cool because since it's an E chord, you can hit that open E string at the end if you wanted to. So you strum that a few times. The next chord is almost really similar. All you do is kind of move that down 2 frets, which you would think is a D major 7. Then you're going to take your index finger off the A string and put it on the high E string instead. So the top 4 strings would be like, starting on the D string, 7th fret, 6th fret, 7th, 5th. So it goes from 2. And I can explain those more in depth. I'm just kind of doing this video right now to see if anyone's actually interested in learning more about this stuff or discussing it, because I've done a lot of analyzing and studying a lot of live takes or the studio version. So with that E major 7, and if a lot of people want like more specifics on the chords, I can make like some sheets or something that go along with them and send them out. That'd probably be an easier way to talk about those. So E major 7 to A6. This is an A6 because it has the A here, the 3rd of the chord, which is C sharp, and then the 6, which is a F sharp, and then the A on top of the chord actually. So it goes back to an E chord. It's one of the voicings that Bobby uses all the time, the kind of like C shape but barred. Like you take your C major chord and you were to bar it and move it up, you get that chord, which is the E major version of that chord. So, but we're taking the pinky off for that one. So on the top 4 strings again, we have 6th fret on the G or the D string, then 4, 6, 4, 5 on the B, and then bar that 4 actually. So 6, 4, 5, 4. So it's. And in that chord, it's just the E major triad. So it has the, let's see here, the 3rd right here, and then the 5th, the root, and the 3rd again. So G sharp, B, E, G sharp. And the next section I wanted to talk about really quick is the solo section, which is really cool. Kind of modulates every chorus of it, goes from E major 7 to B minor 7 and then A. And funny story, I tried to make note cards to demonstrate before I did this, and I realized that it's going to show up backwards if I have the camera facing this way, so I'll have to figure out another way to do that. Or, you know, take a screenshot and just flip it around. I don't know. But you can use like 3 main different scales on that, so I have a loop of it going right now. I'm going to put it up. So yeah, it goes from E major 7 to B minor 7. So E major 7, B minor 7, down to A. And on the B minor 7, the A, you can you want to switch what you're doing, a couple of the notes, you know, to really accent those chord changes, because they're not typically found in the same key signature. So over the E major 7, you can just use the E major scale, which I'll demonstrate here really quick. Then you switch. So yeah, without going too far into jamming that, over the E major 7, we just use the E major scale, or you would call it the E Ionian mode if you're thinking in modes. So that's just, I would start, maybe you can learn it all over the fretboard. That's, you know, the goal. Jerry definitely, you know, knows every note, you know, in the scale all over the fretboard. You want to know that so you can kind of be more free when you're jamming it. But I would start off here. This is an E at the 9th fret of the G string. You could go E to F sharp. So the scale is E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp. That's the E major scale. And so it's E, F sharp, which is 9 and 11 on the G string, 9 on the B string, and then 10, 12. So we have E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, and goes back to E. And like I said, I can explain those a lot better. I just really want to do this video and see if anyone's interested, because I'm thinking of starting a YouTube channel and just doing a bunch of dead stuff and explanations and sharing ideas with people, because it's a lot of fun to jam over. And so the main thing that happens is that you can switch from the E major scale to, when it goes to B minor, like B minor scale, to think about it most simply. That's a little more complicated, actually. I would think it's called B Dorian, which means that we're only switching one note. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy. So B Dorian is the only note that changes from B minor and B Dorian. The only different note is the 6th. So B minor, and B Dorian. So if I wish these cards worked, but like I said, they're reversed, so it would be a cool way to talk about that. But so yeah, a B minor scale has G in it, and a B Dorian has G sharp. And if you guys remember, I just said the E major scale has G sharp. So to start off, I'd recommend just using B Dorian, because there's only one note difference that you have to change when going to the B minor, and that's the D. You play a D on B minor instead of D sharp, which is the major 7th in E major. So let me give you an example. I'm going to keep highlighting this D sharp kind of idea over the E major chord, and then when it goes to B minor, switch to D. And it's really cool if you can learn that to where you go right from like the D sharp chromatically. Jerry loves chromatics. Into the yeah, Atoms Unite for sure, man. Okay, let me get this going though really quick. So yeah, just mess around that E major kind of thing. See how it sounds really cool if you go from that D sharp right to the D and emphasize the kind of chordal differences. So yeah, that's really all it is the B Dorian scale is B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. And so the only thing that changes from the E major scale that we were talking about is the, like I said, the D sharp goes to D. And you can hear that, like, Jerry loves to, like, emphasize that note change. And that's why I brought up B minor earlier, is because you could actually change the G sharp to G. It doesn't work as well, but you could, like, here, I'll show you. So you could just play in, and like, that's the other note you can change that's different from the E major scale, is using a G instead. But I recommend doing E major on that first chord, playing E major scale or E major mode, E Ionian mode, and then B Dorian. And I'll show you guys that really quick too. It's just, so we're going from the, starting at the 9th fret here, which is the B on the D string. So B, C sharp, which is 6th fret on the G string, 7th fret on the G string, which is D, then E, which is 9th fret. Next string, B, the B string, it's an F sharp note on the 7th fret, and then we have G sharp on the 9th fret, A on the 10th fret, and then next string it's the same thing, 7, 9, 10, B, C sharp, D again. And the best thing you can do to get used to like jamming over that is, actually, I showed you the E major scale here, but it's good to learn how to do the E major scale in that same position. Learn how to kind of go up and change scales and modes in between, so you don't have to be like sloppy, and like, you don't want it to really like sound like you're moving all over the place every time the chord changes. Unless you want it to, then that's cool, but I'll give you guys some more examples. And that's all it really is. And there, if anyone wanted me to go over later on the actual chords to the song, besides the main riff and the solo section, I could do that. It's mainly just an E major, and then the hits are like B minor to A, and in the chorus A to C to G. Which is it's fun stuff. But yeah, so let me know, you guys, if you enjoy that kind of explanation, and I can, you know, kind of organize it more and not be all over the place. I just wanted to see if anyone's into this kind of thing, because I definitely want to make a YouTube channel and go really deep with it. Like I was saying in my video last night, I've done a lot of transcriptions of specifically like May 77 and like the Europe 72 kind of stuff. But I'd love to like do some more stuff and share it with people. And my friend is calling me now, so I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and practice that stuff. It's fun. But you guys take care. Have a great day. Let me know if you want me to make any other videos, and I will. Take care.